Now, the UN peacekeeping force in the Democratic Republic of Congo has warned of ethnically motivated attacks in a region haunted by the legacy of the 1994 Rwanda genocide. Now, it's been one of the world's most bloody and prolonged wars. An estimated 5.4 million people have died since 1998, mainly from disease and starvation. The UN says there are also 6.5 million displaced people across the country. Now, the crisis stems from post-colonial battles for power, which began after the country gained independence from Belgium in 1960. Decades of conflict have been fueled by ethnic tensions, political rivalries, corruption, and fighting for control of vast natural resources. The latest phase in the conflict has deteriorated rapidly in the last year. The M23 rebel group, who are mainly from the Tutsi ethnic group, are closing in on control of the regional capital, Goma. They say they needed to protect the rights of the minority group there. Well, Barbara Pletasha has the very latest.
Gunfire in Goma today. The UN says bodies are lying in the streets of the city, the capital of eastern Congo. Hundreds have been injured, hospitals are overwhelmed, reports of rapes committed by combatants. Rebels from the M23 militia began fighting for control of Goma after a lightning advance against the army. Now people huddle indoors facing cuts in power, water, internet, food shortages. It's a major escalation after years of conflict in this region. Some of the heaviest fighting at the airport. Reports now that M23 has gained control. 3 South African peacekeepers were killed here. In total, 17 from 3 different countries have died. Goma's been a hub for the region's victims, hundreds of thousands displaced by endless war. Now they're on the move again. Anyone who's able to flee is escaping the city. Hundreds are crossing the border into neighboring Rwanda, desperately seeking safety. But there's anger against Rwanda in the Congolese capital, Kinshasa. Protesters accuse it of backing M23. They set the Rwandan embassy on fire, also targeting others seen as failing to stop the fighting. Rwanda denies it's directly involved, despite UN evidence that it is. On the ground, the burden of fear compounds the misery of lives already scarred by relentless loss and grinding insecurity. It's the worst escalation of this conflict in more than a decade. There are fears it will trigger a wider regional war. Barbara Pletasha, BBC News, Nairobi.